Hello friends and welcome to Parks Crafty Creations. I'm your host Brian Parks, and today I'm going to show you how to sew a mini braid insert, a simple yet stunning way to add texture and dimension to your sewing projects. Whether you're customizing a quilt, adding flair to home decor, or giving your garment a boutique finish, this technique is a game changer. Before we get into it, if you enjoy this content, be sure to give us a like below, as it really does help out the channel. Do it now please, and if you're new to our channel, be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell icon so you'll always be notified whenever a new video drops. And hey, if you love what we do here, be sure to share us with your friends. So, what is a mini braid insert, and where would you want to use it? A mini braid insert is a decorative sewing technique that involves stitching a braid into a seam or onto the surface of a garment or project to add texture, color, and visual interest, like what you see what I've done here. It's a great embellishment for garments, accessories, home decor, and quilting projects, and it's surprisingly beginner friendly once you get the hang of it. To get started, you're going to need one of the mini braid templates, which you can find right on Amazon. I'll provide a link in the description below to take you right to it. Now, let's get started with our demonstration. Once we've chosen the fabric we're going to use, we'll use our mini braid template to mark our fabric in preparation for cutting it. I start by marking the top and bottom of my fabric for the width of my pieces. I'll then align my ruler with those marks and cut my fabric to width. Now, if your fabric isn't already folded in half, you're going to want to do that now. The reason being, we want each of our cutouts to produce two pieces that mirror each other. I'll measure along my fabric, marking and cutting out my pieces along the way. Make sure you only use the template to mark the fabric either with your chalk or your fabric marker. Don't try to cut along your template, or you could risk actually cutting the template slightly. The number of pieces you cut will depend on how long you want your braid to be. Once I have all of my pieces cut out, it's time to head over to the sewing machine. To start piecing together our braid, we'll need to start at the bottom of our braid. So, your last piece is going to be the first one you sew. Line up the short straight edge of one piece with the long edge of another whose angle faces the other way, like you see me doing here. Remember to keep your right sides together. Now, sew the short edge with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Now we'll add the next braid piece to the top edge of the two pieces we sewed together. Again, keeping your right sides facing each other, and sew together with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. You can see our braid starting to come together. Easy, right? We'll keep following this pattern of adding the piece along that edge we just created, which will naturally alternate back and forth, right and left. Let's watch that one more time. I'll lay the pieces right sides together, aligning the top edge of the braid with the new piece, and stitch them with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. This is a super simple way to add color and texture to any sewing project you might be working on, especially for quilt squares, bags, pillowcases, and so much more. and you can see how mine turned out. These were made as part of a small pouch to give you an idea of how they can be used. If you're looking for some fun projects that you can use this technique on, Kate Colleran has a terrific book on Amazon with 13 projects to use the mini braid with. I'll add a link in the description below. Full disclosure, as of the recording of this video, I'm not being sponsored by any of these companies, nor am I making any money off of the sale of these products. I just really like them and want to share them with you so you can hopefully have as much fun with them as I have. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a like and share it with your friends. And if you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell icon so you'll always be notified whenever a new video drops. If you give this technique a try, I'd love to see what you use yours to make. Tag me on Instagram at Parks Crafty Creations. Thanks for joining me. I've been your host, Brian Parks, for Parks Crafty Creations. We'll see you next time.